President John Dramani Mahama actually say onwane party NDC fuonso eye Galamsey ni bi. Galamsey a agin trenga o Ghana obia e kan wasem no. President John Dramani Mahama say on pretendi onwane party NDC fuo eye bi. Answer na mema o details no. Ye hwe video we embra na mema o the full details of that story. Let's go.
Way back in 2020, because of their mismanagement, the reckless way in which they mismanaged our finances, by the end of 2020, they had incurred an unprecedented deficit of 15%. So our debt began to rise, our currency began to fall, inflation began to rise. When the Russian-Ukrainian war broke out in February 24th, 2022, inflation was 13.7% in the preceding month. In February, it went to 15.7%. What is inflation today? The cedi had depreciated. Today, the cedi has appreciated. Our public debt has reduced. At the time, the public debt had gone up. Other metrics were in disarray. Indeed, they were spending 92% of tax revenue to service our public debt. Today, the situation is significantly different. You understand me? So, any shock was going to be exacerbated by underlying economic weakness. That was where the problem was.
What's your point? That we
have known since 2015 that we have a deregulated petroleum environment. So any of the three factors that contribute to pricing, i.e. the price of the commodity on the world markets, the exchange rates, and inflation, can impact prices. We know it. That is how come once in a while there are marginal increases and then there are decreases, and you see that people don't really complain because they know that. And since that policy was implemented, it has resolved the long-standing problem preceding that of constant debt in the sector, which could lead to shortages at some point and lead to huge increases at some other point. So by and large, we had overcome that problem with that automatic adjustment formula. So if an increase in the world market price occurs and the economic fundamentals are stable, the increases that will occur will not be as much as if your economy is on the verge of collapse like happened under the NPP. So mind you that around that time, fuel prices went as high as 23 cedis for diesel and 17 cedis for petrol. Today, that is not the case. The reason being that the cedi has appreciated, it has been stable, and the inflation is very low.
Are you saying we are better prepared now and that we shouldn't expect to be hit hard?
First of all, it depends on what has happened. If the situation exceeds normal limits, it will not be surprising to see a certain level of impact. But that impact is cushioned by better economic fundamentals. You understand me? So those who think that it is an opportunity for the NPP
to shortage of fuel, I'm not sure your fundamentals.
First of all, there will be no shortage of fuel. Why would there be a shortage of fuel?
If 20% of global fuel is affected, that has a ripple effect.
But that would not be. Nobody would fault the government of Ghana for that. Who would do that?
Great. And see, we are Mr. Felix Ofosu Kwakye. NPP for na mo ye dede no fa ntokwa na ekoso wo Iran ho no muntie. Now this is the important story as I say you're dealing with. President Mahama said, I won't pretend our own people are involved in Galamsey. President Mahama said, Enyadia obe pretendi or kanokre asini pense. NDC fuo eye Galamsey. Enye baku, enye mienu, enye miensa, enye nine, womu doso. Womu eye Galamsey. Now you see, say, we nipa dasani. Now put your own interest first before or mine now. Say eneba. Yes, and I am so happy, sir. President Mahama is being honest about this. You see, let me can't say we say Ghana won, ye chiro mo kanokre. Ye chiri leaders or mu honest, ye pe leaders or mu chayentro. Leaders or mu chantro na Ghana for pe pen leader or kanokre to say President Mahama. Listen to what the president himself is saying, or say, President John Dramani Mahama has acknowledged that illegal mining, widely known as Galamsey, involved individuals across political and traditional structures. warning that the fight against the menace will be difficult but must continue. And you see, and yet party back both parties, NPP wom, NDC wom, Ahimfu wom, Obia womubi. He made the remarks during meeting with organized labor at the Jubilee House in Accra on Tuesday, March 17. The president said illegal mining has deeply infiltrated Ghanaian societies, cutting across political parties and local leadership, making efforts to combat it more complex. Illegal mining has eaten into the fabric of our society, and I must say that it is not only menace to our society, but it has involved a circle of traditional rulers, political party appointees, and everything, he said. You see? They are saying, ahemfu nyina ka ho. Ahemfufuo, traditional rulers, ahemfufuo ka ho bi. Me eya metaka say, kuro bi e wo Ghana ha bia yetu Galamsey wo ho no, ohini na e wo ho no nim ho bi. Ohini bia ni Ghana ha yetu Galamsey wo no kuro ma. Ana yetu Galamsey wo village bia e hye na se obeka so wo nim ho bi. Sa ohini no wajiska. Me na meka. Ohini bia wo krum ha yetu Galamsey wo no kuro so bia no. Sa ohini na ajiska. So on jiska onko kan kire omo say yemfira asase so na yehwa de. Just say, what your mind more personal interest, a young crop da. And it is idea we in number. He noted that operators often shift allegiance when government changes, allowing the practice to persist. Even when one party changes, those who were running some operation, who went to one party will go to the next party and say, now that you have come and take over this operation and let's share. Until your muya they say, oh, operators ne shifty, until be a fantastic meti na ABA me Galamsey and the NDC regime. NPP ba me kwa far down for NPP now as I chale. And I mean to gold do. Menya be 10-15 gold bars per year. Chale brabe come on ye try and share. Say they be a more binding and hammy. No marco boom, no more to gold NDC, NPP ba power, the same thing. NDC free power na. Party from Sano Moye. Eti, yen kasa about on minor in general. No. Now, people are busy fighting for their personal gains. We too will be getting small. This is what we are doing, and so I don't kid myself that we don't have our own people involved, he stated. President Mahama admitted that the work of the anti-illegal mine task force is challenging, especially in communities where resistance is strong. Na otimi ko drew Galamsey site pa 9 months of what me ko drew Galamsey site na Galamsey for a fighting back. Because omo bosses no e wo assurance bi a ye dia ma omo 9 moves for bedroom Galamsey site. Na Galamsey is a fighting 9 moves for. Tie. Nti or say illegal mining tax force no. Se no and one semi challenging. They are facing difficulties, especially Mukoko communities the resistance are very strong. Just say omo no resisting no just omo no retaliation is strong and Galamsey is now so edinya omo brepa. And the work of the 9 months is not easy. They go to a community and the chiefs, the youth and everybody come out and resist them. And so I don't kid myself that we will be able to win the fight overnight. But we cannot relent, we must continue, he said. He also linked the rise in illegal mining to challenges in the cocoa sector, explained that low producer prices have pushed some farmers to abandon cocoa farming for gold mining. Now you see, Your Excellency, it's good to say wow about Bontia be admit it. Say wow NDC for Galamsey DB. Now, President Your Excellency John Mahama, right now no, Ajuma no shawun sem. Power no shawun sem, Ajuma no shawun sem, Bibia shawun sem. Say what me ahundia as so fight it. Now say one to me. Now say one to me. Listen, oh, Your Excellency. Now say one to me. I'm fighting. At the end of the day, no. Near NPP ni Ghana for be catch on say. Oba be can say. O party for ye Galamsey. One to me I'm fighting it. Say. O party for war hunting and one fighting. Already no. Ghana for be what perception be said. Galamsey fight now still. Ye goose why ye fight here. Ye who ye who where we are heading to in this Galamsey fight no. Ghana for be what perception be said. NDC for near Galamsey ni bintin and the fight I am moding. Some are even saying say muye Galamsey ni bi enunti na muntimi declare state of emergency no. That is what people are saying. And say at the end of the day no. Say mama mo we kwa na wi ye na say Galamsey fight no one man fight here and baby na wo mo as the president ne ka say NDC for ye bia me ne ne Ghana for ye de betu ye timi say o party NDC for ka huntina want to me am fight no because under the NPP the na ye nyina ye nim say oh omo de that was their job. Professor from Pomboatin report no ye hu bibia dinya ye boy nyina no mu ye nkrofo mo around Akufo-Addo. We know them. Mobile, how many people or how many of them they did not court because of Galamsey? Those people are working freely. You understand? And I'm also about power and I'm nkrofo AYB. The idea na mu here to fight or more mu ye Galamsey the current ones, including your party for. You understand? Now say President Mahama say fight ni in some areas. President himself admit say fight ni in some areas. Now where are we heading to? Meaning Galamsey fight na aye beans no. Yes. Aye beans. Now me say ye na eka Galamsey asem no. Say wabusuan ni mfiri abrochire ma Ghana nkran so benum ya wonti ase. So wabusuan ni nya kidney problem you won't understand. Oh yes. Momo tete cry mo ka say o utia cry no an you are say fish na wo we no ni be free. Banchi ne ba yire na ye de wo fufuo ma odi no o ni be free. Body na wo di wo fufuo di no body na wo du ba mpese di won cry no o ni be free. Emu na wo no adi won cry o ni be amu no free o ni be adua abena odi ye nkwan no be abedua ne si woni be esi aponchi na wo ni nam no woni maduane ni zo no me. So nobody is safe in this country. So ye ka Galamsey asema nobody should sit somewhere and be talking rubbish because the party NDC were power. Don't do that. Mo amutiti cities mo dwin say mo ye safe mo kura la mo aseme mobo because village ane dey nim say Galamsey so ni Galamsey so no ohunda bi otimi differentiate obefa kwa betima save no na wo a wotin kran ya wonko afom da wonchi fish da on kotu abeda on twa body da oni be be free oni be be free aduane amudi no oni be be adua. Let's be very careful in this country. And Your Excellency say why admit say o party 4 year and they ma fight na mu enye den. Don't try to please anyone. This is about Ghana. This is not about any individual. Ghana is bigger than any individual doing Galamsey. Ghana switching will be our to Galamsey. Let's put that in our minds. So deal with the issue according to how it's supposed to be. That's it. Your Excellency, thank you so much for revealing this to us. Say yes, or party for Kamubi. It is up to you and then your party, your government to deal with the issue. Send your mobile to my in Mutumimu. Very came fantastic. Bye bye.